What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We only have 3 weeks left until the World Cup. We need to be really focused on our transfers, the players we are bringing in. So today I'm taking you through my Game Week 14 transfer plans. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. FPL Harry here, and today we're going to have a look at my Game Week 14 transfer plans. We're going to add a few other talking points in this video as well. We're going to discuss Liverpool, and we're going to have a look at the fixtures between now and the World Cup. Which teams have the best 3 fixtures that we need to go and buy? Of course, because we get unlimited transfers, there is absolutely no point in looking at any fixtures beyond Game Week 16. So the next 3 fixtures are what count, and then you can sell all the players that you don't want over that World Cup wildcard that we do get. Before we dive into the video, 65% of you watching don't subscribe. If just one video, some of you decided to hit that subscribe button, we would hit our yearly subscriber target. So do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Like the video if you haven't already as well. We're going to hit 1,000 likes on this one. But let's dive in. My team is lining up as it is on screen now. Matt Doherty comes into my defense, having been benched in my starting 11 going into Game Week 13. I'm recording on Sunday morning, so I don't know any of the lineups or any of the scores on those games. Saturday was an absolute disaster of a game week for me. I only had points from Erling Haaland in any of the matches. My other 5 players all blanked. Wilfried Zaha being a real pain for me as well. Maybe we'll discuss him in a moment. Let me know how you've got on so far or afterwards in Game Week 13 as well in the comment section. But I'm lining up with a 3-4-3. My team looks not bad on paper. Dominic Solanke up front is having to start at home to Tottenham. We'll see how Tottenham perform again today, but he's not necessarily one that I want to go into the game week with. I have 1 free transfer and 3.7 million in the bank that I can potentially play with. We do start Guehi in goal. We then also have Trippier in defence alongside Cancelo. A Trossard goal in game week 13 was absolutely written in the stars to be FPL folklore. All of us selling Trossard to go and buy Phil Foden. Phil Foden is benched and Trossard blanks in the week we need him in the blank game week in game week 12 and then scores to wipe out our Manchester City clean sheet in game week 13. Martinelli is in there again as my only Arsenal midfielder at the moment. Then of course we have Foden, and again I hope he starts this week, and Zaha with Mitrovic and Haaland up front. Again, captaincy will be on Haaland. Those of you who captain Salah, I am sorry. It was a definite 50-50 call for me. It could have gone either way. I did want to go the safer pick on Haaland, and again there's been a massive swing there. So this is my team. I'm definitely going to make a transfer this week. Let's have a look at the fixtures. Let's talk about Liverpool and some of my potential transfers as well. So up here we have on the left hand side our top 10 ranked teams for their fixtures, and on the right hand side we have the bottom 10 team. So read it from left to the bottom right like you would read a book. Now up at the top we have Everton. Everton winning 3-0 in game week 13 as well. A really strong performance, and if you're looking defensively, Mikalenko picked up an assist, Pickford in goal. Could do quite well with Fulham, Leicester and Bournemouth in the next 2. Manchester City also ranking highly, but interestingly third on the list there we have Manchester United. Diego Dalot is firmly on my radar, as is Anthony in the attack as well. 3 nice fixtures I think they could do really well in, and I expect them to pick up 9 points here as well. Now the issue is I've got Wilfried Zaha, I've got Guehi and I've got Gaeta. They are not performing well, but they do rank very highly up this fixture ticket. Again, there was Southampton, West Ham and Nottingham Forest in the next 3. It means I'm likely to have to keep Zaha and Gaeta for this run of fixtures. Arsenal also up there, Nottingham Forest and Wolves, 2 good fixtures with Chelsea in the middle there. So those of you looking to go in on Arsenal, I think definitely, but this is the week to do it, so you can go and buy them ahead of that Nottingham Forest game. Now Nottingham Forest have kept 2 clean sheets on the bounce, but I do still think it is a good time to be going and investing in them. Now, if we look at the other end of the table, 2 teams that we are invested in clearly stand out. We've got Leicester in there, again, a difficult couple of fixtures on the horizon. Manchester City and West Ham away in their final 3 fixtures, and then also Fulham, Everton at home this week, and then 2 red fixtures for them to finish the season. So take this away. I'll post this on Twitter and on the YouTube community section as well. Do have a look if you are planning transfers of their final 3 fixtures. Players you are buying now need to be in your teams all the way up until the World Cup. So let's get in and actually talk about some of the potential transfers I'm planning on making. The first transfer plan I have is a transfer plan I've had for quite a while, and it is Andres Pereira, using all that money in the bank to go and upgrade him to a more expensive option. I don't really mind about the fixtures that he's got because he doesn't really start for me, but bringing in a better player would allow me to bench Dom Solanke this week and then bench Mitrovic in those final two tougher fixtures and not have to use a transfer in upgrading or downgrading them elsewhere in my team, which again, going into the last three fixtures, squad structure and all that sort of stuff does go out the window a little bit. Just do your best with your transfers to put out the best starting 11 you can every week. Now, the three transfers I am planning to bring in: Saka. I hope he doesn't punish me too much for going Foden over Saka today, even small chance that he doesn't start, but I think he will and do very, very well today. Saka in was always the transfer plan, again, before Nottingham Forest at home, and that is still the plan. Bowen is a good option, but he does have a difficult fixture against Manchester United in game week 14. I probably should have bought him going into the Bournemouth fixture in game week 13 if I really wanted to go and buy Jared Bowen. And then, as we spoke about Manchester United, one of the best runs of fixtures between now and the end of the season, Antony is the one that I'd really look at. Marcus Rashford as well, though, if he's likely to play that sort of centre forward role, could be a really nice option as he is classified as a midfielder. However, they do seem to be missing chances. I don't know if they're as reliable in scoring goals as the likes of Bukayo Saka. I'm pretty certain that Andreas will go this week, and that'll be my one free transfer. I may take a -4 as well, but I'm definitely taking a midfield transfer. Andreas will be upgraded unless anything happens in today's game where there's an injury, suspension, anything like that. I think Bukayo Saka, but I am looking at those Manchester United fixtures and thinking they have the potential to do really well. Could Antony or Marcus Rashford be potential options instead? I then look in defence for Guéhi. Again, reminder to like the video. We're hoping to hit 1,000 likes on the video. Guéhi and Crystal Palace have not defended well. Guéhi is sitting last on my bench as well. The upcoming fixtures are okay, but I don't plan on starting him because I don't want to be doubling up on that Crystal Palace defence. The three options that I could have bring in were all the same last week, and they are all the same this week as well. Diego Dallo, Manchester United looked really good against Chelsea, and Diego Dallo was pretty far advanced, could have had some attacking returns as well if it was an easier fixture. I really like him at his price, and as we spoke about with Antony and in the fixture ticker, Manchester United's final three fixtures are really, really nice. I just need to decide, am I happy starting Castagna pretty much every week, or do I go and potentially start Dallo in my team as a potential transfer over the next couple of weeks? Not sure it's worth a -4 though. Ben White, again, target those Arsenal fixtures, Nottingham Forest and Wolves in their next three. The Arsenal defence is becoming more and more highly owned as well, so could look to go and get Ben White in as the cheap option. And finally, Mykolenko. He was in here last week and he picked up an assist and he picked up a clean sheet in game week 13. So congratulations to anyone who followed it and went and brought Mykolenko in, although I don't imagine many of you did. Let me know if you did, but yeah, that Everton defence do have a really nice run of fixtures. They are high up the fixture ticker along with Manchester United as well. I do like the idea of a defensive transfer, but it's probably going to have to wait until game week 15 for the final 2 weeks because I do need that midfielder in who's going to be explosive like Saka, like Antony as well. And then the big talking point is, what should we be doing with our Liverpool assets? Now, they have Leeds at home next week. Then they have Tottenham away, which is a difficult game, before going to Southampton at home in the final game. So two really nice fixtures, but the price that they are charging us for in these players means that it is very, very difficult for us to want to hold them. Salah in at just under 30 million. Darwin Núñez missed out. Firmino got a blank. Joe Gomez got a blank. And Trent did not start. Now, straight away, you look at the fixtures and think, is it really worth a transfer? Who else am I going to go to? Is it worth a -4 as well? My clear answer for you in this is use these Liverpool assets as fine options over the last 3 weeks. If you have a luxury transfer and you want to sell them next week going into the Spurs away game, then you can potentially consider it. Keep them for Leeds at home. They are expensive assets and they are not worth their price. And normally I would say sell them if we were looking at 13, 10 game weeks between now and when you're going to play your wild card. But given that squad structure is much less important now going into game week 16, we just want to maximize points. I think keeping these assets for these 3 fixtures is absolutely fine. Now, over the World Cup, lots of wild card drafts will be flying around, and I imagine not many of them will have any Liverpool assets in given their performances so far this season. But I do not think it's worth a transfer to be selling your Liverpool assets, particularly ahead of Leeds. Now, next week, if you do want to sell the likes of Joe Gomez or others going into that Spurs game, then absolutely fine. But for me, they are strongholds going into the Leeds at home fixture and then Southampton at home fixture in game week 16. My plan is to keep Mo Salah in my team all the way up until the World Cup. Just hope he gets some returns. I don't really need the money out of him. The only player that I would consider buying really at the moment is Kevin De Bruyne, but I have tripled Manchester City like a lot of you do as well. So there's no real place for me to go from Mo Salah. So I do plan on keeping him for those two fixtures. If you guys have Liverpool assets in your team, drop it in the comments which ones you have. Are you planning on keeping them? Have you had enough of them again for about the second or third time this season? I feel like we're talking about selling Liverpool assets. So this is my lineup at the moment for game week 14. My plan is pretty set that I will do Andreas Pereira up to probably Bukayo Saka at the moment is the player that I think I'm going to go and get. This will mean that I will then bench Dominic Solanke and he'll be first sub at home to Tottenham. I'll then play a 3-5-2 formation with Castagna and Guehi also on the bench as well. Let me know what you think about my team. Would you do anything differently? Would you take a -4 as well anywhere else in my team? Any questions you have about your first transfer plans, drop it in the comment section down below. Aiming for 1,000 likes on the video. If you have not liked the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Turn on notifications to get a reminder for my 3 videos and my deadline stream every single week. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck in the remainder of game week 13 and I'll be back again very soon.